Welcome to another episode of Opinionated Off-Topic. Today, we got my boy Joshua Wydermyer here in the building. He pulled up on us. Thank you again for coming. We have some battles, back in high school. Hendrickson got the best of us, unfortunately, but glad to have him. Gotta have him in the building. Also got Carlos Mojica, the main co-host, the guy. He's here. Sometimes he's not here, but he's here. This podcast is also brought to you by Anchor and Cloudy. We'll hear about those later in the podcast.
Appreciate you for coming. I know we've been trying to schedule this for a while now.
I think since April.
Yeah,
because I write people up on that board back there and kind of just get like a gauge of who we want to have come on the podcast. And we've been messaging back and forth for a while, but definitely glad to finally get it. We're actually getting back on a rhythm ourselves because we've been kind of not on one, but
appreciate you for pulling up. Yeah, appreciate you. First question I want to ask, just where you from, background, all that good stuff. You're a local boy from out of state?
No, I'm actually born and raised in Austin. Grew up in Pflugerville, Texas. I went to Hendrickson High School, graduated in 2015. Throughout high school, I played football, basketball, baseball. I was a three-sport athlete. Football was my main love, so that's what I pretty much put all of my energy into in high school. So I ended up getting a scholarship to play at Midwestern State. Graduated from there in 2020, last summer, and got my degree in sport and leisure studies and got my minors in criminal justice. So now I have a sports performance brand, JW Performance, that I've been doing for about a year now, and it's been pretty good.
Before you going to college and all that, taking you back to your childhood, were you always a three-sport athlete, or would you? So I know some people are just late bloomers, so they're just like, I'm gonna start playing football when middle school comes, and they just find out.
No, I actually at the age of 4, that's when I first started playing baseball. I played over at Dalewood on the east side of Austin. Played baseball at the age of 4. Then when I turned about 5-6 years old, that's when I started playing football and basketball, and then all the way up throughout high school, I just played all 3 sports. And but football was always just around middle school and high school. That's when I really started to realize football was my most talented sport, and that's what I wanted to put all of my energy into. And I was blessed enough to end up getting a scholarship out of it.
Was it always your first love? Was it football always your first love?
Baseball was actually baseball was my first actual love, but growing up, I was really overwhelmed with a lot of baseball, playing for multiple select teams, and then also just playing school ball on top of that in high school. And it was just very overwhelming for me, so I just kind of burnt out on it. And then football, it's just football. I don't know what it was, man. It was just I started to realize that I felt like I was just better at it. Felt like I was better at it, which I was good at baseball too. I just felt like football was what it was.
Yeah, it was weird for me because that's how it was for me in middle school, but I stopped playing baseball because I love football.
Right.
And then when I got to high school, I stopped playing football because I love baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball was my first love, and then I played football. Then I don't know, for some reason football became a love, and then I fell in love with baseball. But yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from because it's definitely a grind, like for sure. On and off the field.
Yeah, considering the fact of like with baseball, if you take like 2 weeks off from playing it, or practicing it, I should say, if you take 2 weeks off from practicing it, you can lose so much of your mechanics. It's literally something that you have to grind hard on year in, year out in order to perform at a high level. Football, you can take about a month off from football and just lift weights, just run sprints and stuff like that. But when it's time for you to get back into, football mode, your skills are still there.
Even now, like I went out to the field like 2 weeks ago and like we ran routes and stuff, and like I haven't put on cleats in 2 years, and like I'm doing one-on-ones and stuff, and like didn't lose anything. Like I didn't have the cardio, but like you said, that skill is like once you have it, it's there.
Facts.
So
what do you think is the sport that takes the most grind?
Most grind? I'd say baseball for
baseball?
Sure. Baseball, yeah. Just because it's such a tedious sport, you have to really focus on the small mechanics of it in order for you, like I said, to perform at a high level.
At every position too, pitching, catching, infield, outfield. Well, I'm assuming you played outfield.
Yeah, outfield. I play outfield. I play pretty much everywhere except catcher, bro. Honestly, I pretty much moved all around. But in high school, yeah, pretty much just outfield.
Who was that other center fielder y'all had at Hendrickson?
Jalen Brooks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did he go
Brooks,
anywhere? Because I know he was like getting looked at by like MLB in high school because he was fast.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
For football, what did you play? Safety? Since you played like safety? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any like accolades in high school?
Yeah, I got my junior year of high school. I got second team all. I was about to say all conference, all district, and then my senior year I got first team all district. So yeah, I had a pretty successful football career in high school.
So you're better than Cam.
Then Cam, of course, I'm gonna say I'm better than anybody.
I feel that.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
No, I like it.
If it's a my JP Ron, come on, I'm not gonna say I'm better than my J. Chance was RP to him.
Yeah, rip
I'm
Chance.
not gonna say that. But I was surrounded by a bunch of great.
Y'all have some dogs on the team.
Trey, like all of y'all, bro.
Trey, Samaje, PJ.
Man. Yeah,
y'all have some dogs.
Taj, Dominic
yeah.
DeStefano, Isaiah Talent. Y'all had some dogs.
yeah, some dogs.
Even the younger cat. Yeah, all.
And then there was Pflugerville.
We had
Y'all had
dogs.
the baseball though.
We had the baseball
We
for
had
sure.
the dogs, but like we didn't have coaches to help us get out, so it was like, it just people were just overlooked, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Where'd you went to Midwestern State?
Midwestern State.
D2?
Yeah, it's a D2 located in Wichita Falls, Texas.
What was that?
What conference are y'all in?
Lone Star Conference.
Okay.
Isn't that the better conference? Like yeah, it's like
Well, them like I would say them, us, and then like the GLAC.
Is that the one in Minnesota or whatever?
I think so. That's like Minnesota Mankato. Like those schools are pretty. Yeah,
Them boys big, bro.
Nice.
Bro, they did us dirty my junior year.
In the
We went up
playoffs?
there, yeah, bro. It was, I want to say it was second round of the playoffs. We went up there, big corn-fed boys, bro. Like they literally just pounded the ball down our throats, bro.
The last person to win a D2 title from the Lone Star was Commerce, right?
Yes.
Because the last person to win a D2 title from our conference was Pueblo.
Pueblo,
Yeah,
Pueblo, they were good.
They're good too. We beat
played-
them, man. We beat them a couple of times.
For
in
real,
college,
he had to put that in. He's like, yeah, we beat
We
them.
had to. Yeah.
one of the few games they won.
Shit,
Yeah.
we beat that ass one time.
Yeah, but you was balling up there though.
Yeah,
I saw,
sure,
bro.
trying, trying to show them Colorado
Yeah.
boys how we do it down here. So
Nah.
So
Facts.
he was in Cayman's conference?
yeah, so yeah, where San Angelo is at, same conference. Shiloh at Commerce.
I know Shiloh was
Yeah.
at Commerce.
Yeah. So
How'd you
y'all-
like it there?
In Wichita Falls?
Yeah.
Or just yeah.
Well, the school in general.
Oh, bro, I made some great friends up there, man. Our football team, it was a very strong brotherhood. Like some of my friends up there, man, are literally some of my teammates are literally going to be lifelong friends, and it's crazy, man, because some of my teammates up there, they're literally trainers as well. Like although they live in different states and stuff like that, but we're kind of still on the same, like we grind the same, and we're still we're taking similar avenues, and it's just great to see. Just great to see them doing well.
Was Damian Lindley there?
Yeah, Damian was there. He played our freshman and sophomore year, and then he stopped playing after that.
He stopped. I actually looked him up on Facebook or Instagram somewhere. The
Where
other
he
day,
go?
see what he was
Damian
doing.
he don't be on.
Wait,
social
what high
media.
school did he go
He went to
to?
Stony Point.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he played quarterback.
Yeah, he played quarterback his freshman year, but he redshirted, so he didn't play. He played quarterback freshman year, then sophomore year they moved him over to receiver, and receiver wasn't really for him.
What?
So yeah,
Yeah.
bro, it was
I could not
huge
imagine
transition. Yeah. But I mean, he was learning the position, but he just to be able to play at a high level, in a major D2 conference like
Yeah.
that, it would take some time for him to be able to
Yeah,
efficiently make that transition.
yeah.
Do you know what he's doing? Like what he did after football?
I still talk to him sometimes. I know he's back home in Austin. I don't know exactly like what he's doing right now at the moment. It's been like a couple months since I talked to him.
That's dope. That's crazy. Small world.
Yeah, that's
Because
crazy.
just before we just talked about how everybody that we knew from baseball, and then because I went to Stony Point my freshman year, so I played with them. I knew him from 6th grade because I went to Hopewell and Round Rock, and then I went back to went to 7th grade. I went to Parkcrest. 8th grade I went back to Hopewell, and then Stony Point. That was my freshman year, so I know Justin Gamble and
Justin,
like all
that's
them
my
too.
dog, too.
Dog. Yeah.
Hey, Justin, I be telling people all the time, bro. Justin is the best receiver I went against in high school.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
Justin ball skills, bro.
Yeah, he was.
His ball
He
skills.
was
He wasn't
different.
the fastest, but his routes, like the way
He was like
got on his
complete,
breaks,
like at an early age. Like I remember, like 7-on-7, like people would always be like, "Oh, Justin Gamble, like his hand stuff," and I was just like, whatever, and then like saw him play. I was like, yeah, he's like that.
Yeah,
he's like that.
Definitely, bro. I'll never forget. It was freshman year. We went to a UT camp, and I had just moved to. I had been playing safety like that whole spring. They had moved, spring ball.
Yeah.
And during the summer, I had went up there for UT camp, and I was doing 101s against Justin. It was doing me dirty, bro. Doing me dirty. And like from that point on, I was like, man, I gotta really start taking this a little bit more serious. Because I played offense prior to that. I was playing receiver and running back in my earlier years.
Was it freshman year at Hendrickson?
Freshman year, yep.
Who was the coach? Charlie? Was it Coach Charlie at that point?
No, it was
at Texas.
Yeah.
It was still Mac Brown.
Was it?
It was still Mac Brown back in 2013, 2012.
Yeah, it was
2012,
still him.
2013.
Yeah, it was still him because I think he left in like 20. That might have been his last year.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I think that was his last year.
Yeah, Mac Brown. That's who Texas really needs. They still need Mac Brown.
We won't have to talk about them.
Man. So I guess like you went to Henderson and like y'all had all those D1 guys over there. So how'd it feel like going to a D2 level, even though like people don't like really know like because I mean, me and you probably both like when we heard of D2 we're like D2, but then when you get there you realize like it's good football and there's a lot of D1 bounce backs at your school half the time, and then it's like you play against them, you go against them, they're good. So like how did it feel? I guess playing at a D2 level.
It was tough, especially in high school, bro.
Yeah.
Just like with the, getting the offers and stuff like that from D2s. I was just like, because, I'm surrounded by nothing but D1 athletes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, I knew at the time, I was like, I could play D1
yeah,
too.
for sure.
Know?
Absolutely.
So I'm just like, damn, what's the deal? Like, why am I not getting these offers? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it was definitely tough, and it took some time for me to be able to accept the fact that, hey, I'm just going to have to go D2, and I just got to ball out there. Because at the time, you know how it is. I was just thinking about the league, dang, I'm trying to put myself
and just, too, when you're so young, you're just like, damn, like, everyone's like, oh, why didn't you go D1? And then, like, they're like, D2, like, what's that? Like, I've never even heard of that school, you know what I mean? So it is a change.
Yeah, for sure. But once I got to MSU, bro, literally that fall camp, I balled out and ended up playing as a true freshman.
Yeah.
So that boosted my confidence back up a lot, you know. And plus, I was surrounded by great Division II talent.
Yeah, y'all were really good, especially like early in our college careers. Like I used to keep up with y'all. Y'all were y'all won the conference a couple times, right?
Yeah. We had a couple conference rings. Yep. I should have wore the rings, but yeah,
you should have. Yeah.
Yeah. But we had a safety my freshman year who ended up going to the league actually. Marky Christian, he plays for the Chicago Bears.
That's what's up.
Why didn't you try to transfer anything?
What?
Like, do you think you could have played like when you were at MSU, like knowing like, oh, I'm starting now. Like at that point, we were like, I'm starting. Let me get some film and try to transfer. You're like,
I didn't start my freshman year. I traveled and I played. Like I was predominantly special teams,
Same.
So I was just soaking up as much game as I could from those older guys, and I had a great DB coach at the time, Coach Gary McGraw, and so I was just in that. I was just stuck in the mindset of just like, let me just grind it out. Next year, I'll be able to start my sophomore, junior, senior year. If I ball out like that, I'll still be able to go to the next level, So I wasn't really. I didn't really want to transfer because it's not like I was in a bad predicament, where I was just like, dang, I'm not gonna play here, or it just wasn't really anything that crossed my mind heavy.
Did you get any D1 offers in high school?
No, I didn't get any Division I offers. I was getting looked at by some D1s pretty heavily.
Any walk-on options?
No, not any walk-on options, but I'm sure I could have if I would have like applied the pressure, but no, I didn't.
Did they tell you why? Like why they didn't offer you? Or they just like, I went with the next guy?
It was a crazy process. They would just be like, sorry, we just want to end up going with this JUCO guy, stuff like that, or they'd be like,
bro, don't even get me started on the JUCO.
Things like that, things like that, and that was really what kind of fed the discouragement with me, throughout in high school, just dealing with that, and it's like, man, it was a stressful time period for me, but it was much needed, and I wouldn't go back and take anything back if I could.
Did you start your sophomore year?
Yeah, I started my sophomore year, played the first 5 games of the season, started, and then I ended up getting a season-ending injury. I ended up tearing some ligaments in my left ankle. So, I was out for the rest of the season.
Yes, I know.
Did you recover in time for next season?
Yeah, I came back next season. My junior season was my best year by far. I ended up getting All-American, honorable mention All-American.
Nice.
And, I had a
That's
really,
still
really
big.
good,
That's still big.
All-American.
People don't. That's still big.
Yeah.
So since you didn't go All-American, you got first team, I'm assuming?
Yeah, first team all-conference, first team all-region. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, our region was stupid. I already know. Like, when you look at the playoff, bro, it'd be like Mesa, sometimes CSU, Pueblo, Mines, y'all, or like Commerce, Tarleton. Like, it was crazy. It was so hard to make the playoffs.
Facts.
You had to like win. You could only lose like 1 or 2 games in conference to go.
Was y'all's conference like that?
Our conference was tough. Our conference, man, Commerce always came with it every season. Every season when I was in college, they always had a good season. Tarleton, like we were talking about,
They came out of nowhere.
Tarleton, my freshman year.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere. Like, they got good. Like,
my sophomore year.
Our
sophomore year, 2016. Yeah, Tarleton, Angelo State usually had a pretty decent squad. Eastern New Mexico.
They were in the option over there.
Oh my gosh.
That's one of the worst places. What's it called? Is that like Rosales in New Mexico or something like that?
Yeah, we would literally dedicate a whole period to that the whole season. Like, during practice, every single day there was a period getting ready for them. Like, it was.
They were always ranked too. They were always ranked, bro, because they ran like the option, and like no one, like, it's like Navy, like no one prepares for that. So like when you play them, you're just not used to it.
Yeah,
you know.
facts.
Then they're gonna hit you over the head for like maybe 1 or 2 deep balls a game because you're just everyone's in the box.
Yes.
So there's someone else. Oh, you know, Western New Mexico. They were in the RMAC. My freshman, they were trash too when they were in the RMAC, but then they moved to y'all's conference, and then we played them like still a couple times after that. But I wanted to ask you if they were good over there or not because they left our conference and went to y'all's.
I used to hate playing there, bro. Their field was so.
Oh my, trash as hell. Trash. And
Trash.
it's just New Mexico. Like any place in New Mexico is just terrible, bro. Like,
I wonder why.
Bro, terrible.
I was gonna ask you a question. Is what Tarleton moved up, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, they're in the WAC now. They
They're in-
remade the WAC, but it's FCS now. Because that's where Dixie State went, who was
Commerce
in the
about
RMAC.
to move up too.
Yeah, they're about to move up too.
Division
Yeah,
I.
they're about to go to Division
They need a
One.
new stadium or new field.
Yeah, I remember like going into my freshman year, they were telling us, they were like, yeah, Midwestern, by the time y'all are seniors, y'all are gonna be Division I. So we were just all throughout college, we were thinking, oh, we about to move to D1. No, still, but. I mean,
How does that happen? Do you have to like win or get enough money, students
it's
or
like
something?
win, students, and you have to have money.
Yeah,
It's all three.
Which I'm just like, MSU, we got all three. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all
So
do.
I'm
Y'all
just
are
like,
a
wow.
pretty big school.
Yeah, only thing we just don't have a baseball team and a track team. That's it. So we got everything else.
I wonder why you don't have a track. I can understand why you don't have baseball, but I wonder why
Cross
track.
country, but that's
It just depends on the sport, like the Title IX. Like y'all probably had something else over there. That,
Right.
Yeah, that's normally like what it is.
Earlier you said that you got college friends that do the same thing you do. Was that like kind of what inspired you to do it? Like, did y'all talk about it in college?
Yeah, man. We used to, me and some of my teammates, man, the ones who I'm really close with, we would literally have conversations like, because a couple of my roommates are doing what we all do the same thing now, and we would just literally talk about this. Like, everything we're doing right now has already kind of been scripted out and discussed. So, but yeah, I definitely feed off of their energy, bro. Like the conversations we have today, just talking about the grind and everything, like business and stuff like that. Just helping me out whenever I'm having some downfalls, whenever they're having downfalls. You know, it just kind of just feed off of each other, and yeah, it's inspired by each other, really.
Yeah. Did y'all kind of know like this was it for y'all as football wise, and that's why you're like kind of started talking about what we're gonna do after?
Just, man, we just always been some pretty, I don't want to say futuristic people, but just always open-minded to anything. You know what I mean? Always knowing that football's not going to last forever, you know, even if we were to go to the next level. So what do we want to do after this, you know, to help us just be successful in general, you know? And training is something that is just something that we all passionate about, that I'm very passionate about. And just being able to have that effect on younger athletes, you know, it's just, that's what really just drives me. Not even just athletes too, just general people who my business services.
We'd like to thank our newest sponsor, Cloudy. It is a vape melatonin pen that is plant-based. All you do is hit it 7 times, and you're sleeping 30 minutes or less. The first night Cam and I got it, we took it, and we were out within minutes. You can get these at trycloudy.com, and you can use code Opinionated at the checkout for 20% off. Again, that is code Opinionated, and we just think you should get the sleep you deserve. Thank you.
Yeah, so just transition into your now what you do now, JW Performance. Logo's super dope. How'd you come
That is dope.
How'd you come up with that?
I actually scripted it out.
Okay.
I just scripted it out on paper, and then one of my friends, he knew a digital creator who is pretty good with putting things on, digitally creating things, and I just sent it to him, and then he just kind of freaked it out a little bit, and bam, there it was.
Yeah, it's fire.
How long did it take you to come up with something like that?
It took me a few days.
Really?
I was scripting out for
that's
days,
fire.
man. I was like, and I would just send it to my friends. I'd be like, y'all like this? Is this dope? And they'd be like, nah, bro, that's too basic. And then, bam, just back to the
Yeah,
drum
I like how that letter is like that's fire.
It's
Yeah.
perfect with a W that got going up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
That's
appreciate
perfect.
it, bro.
Yeah,
For
that
real.
shit's fire.
that's fire.
Yeah, I got y'all. Yeah, I got
Appreciate
y'all.
it. We need to make some stuff so we can.
Yeah, it's honestly soon. Just not really to like scale and sell it, but more of to like so people have it on, or if we like wear it out. Like, 'cause I mean, we've had people come like you, Peyton, anyone lately that's been coming on the podcast. They've been wearing their stuff, so it's
Right.
like we need to be doing that too. Like, if we have it and go on something, we need to have it on hand.
Yeah, facts.
Type thing.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, like I said, I got y'all, man. I actually got some new merch that's actually about to drop here in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So just be on the lookout for that, and I'll shoot that to y'all, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I
that.
really appreciate y'all having me on the podcast.
Oh,
No, like I said,
anytime,
it's been a long time coming. I'm glad you're finally
Yeah,
here.
for sure, bro.
Where's your where are you located for like?
So I train all around Austin. As far as my athletes goes, I train them predominantly at Sweat Athletics. It's a training facility out off 620 near Lakeline.
Okay.
That's where I train most of my athletes. And then as far as just my general fitness clients, I train them at the Domain and just other just local gyms around. So because I don't have my own facility yet, but I'm kind of in the works. I'm
Yeah,
in the works for that
absolutely.
right now.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate it.
So I'm assuming business has been good.
Yeah, it's definitely been good, man. Going on a year now. I actually started in July 2020, and so yeah, it's a little over a year now.
So, you just started your business and your brand. How's your revenue been and all that kind of
It's
stuff?
been good, bro. I actually don't even touch my business money at all. Like literally, I'm just saving it all up for next year when I invest into my first facility that I plan on getting started fall 2022.
Hell yeah.
I'm actually in the process right now of building some team members around me.
That's
so
fire.
that I can, have some trainers
Yeah.
other than myself in
Yeah.
there. I'm gonna have a nutritionist in there.
That's fire.
As well as a physical therapist. That's the ultimate goal
Yeah.
of it. But yeah, so I'm just working on that right now.
Yeah. Would you? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Would you? I guess like preference getting like a female, like secondhand first, just because it's like
Yeah.
maybe like I don't know, like female clients like they want to get trained and stuff, but it might be nice to just to have like a female to go to directly and like they can train with them indirectly. Would that be like a focus of yours?
Yeah, it's definitely a focus of mine. But it's kind of hard right now just finding a lot of, people who are, because I want to have people who are like-minded like me.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
doing business, you want to keep people who you feel like are most appropriate for your business.
Yeah,
just because
absolutely.
somebody's a trainer
Yeah.
doesn't mean that they'll fit. Your
business model.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
exactly,
business
for sure.
model. So yeah, it's definitely something that I'm definitely heavily considering. But no, I don't have any females who I'm really like talking to right now about that.
Okay.
Is this your sole job, or do you work somewhere else as well?
Yeah, I'm also a middle school football coach.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, at St. Andrews Middle School.
That's right. We talked about that.
in Austin.
I'm assuming you teach PE.
No.
You don't have to teach?
The thing is, with private school, you don't even have to teach. Like, you could just be solely a coach.
That's fire.
So do you just go, I guess, in the morning and you just leave after practice or something?
Yeah, so we practice from about like 2:30 to 5-ish. So I just get there about 30 minutes to an hour early, and then we just prep right there for practice. And it's just like that.
What do you do when football season's over?
When football season's over, so I'm on a contract with them. I coach all year round. I coach basketball, which is in the winter after this season.
Okay.
And track in the spring.
Okay, so you're always going to be busy, at least having something to do for them.
Yeah, facts.
Then I'm assuming you bring some of them on, like parents hit you up to like train their kids too.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
nice.
'cause I just started doing this 2 months
That's
ago.
nice.
Yeah, that's a super nice. It's
Yeah.
like
just
literally like
Yeah.
feeding your business.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's good.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I actually just started there 2 months ago. The owner of Sweat Athletics that I trained at, he's a basketball coach for the high school, and he's actually the one who helped me get on with St. Andrews.
Okay.
And yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah,
You like it there?
Yeah, I love it, man.
Who's I guess in their district? Like who do y'all play?
We played like Hyde Park,
Park.
St. Gabriel's, St. Stephen's, basically all of those private schools all around the Austin area.
Yeah.
You any good?
Huh?
You any good?
We're all right. We're all right. You know, it's tackle bar football, so it's not like actual full to the ground tackle. You know, so they put like 2 bars. Yeah, it's like a harness, and you put 2 bars on the kid's back, and then like it's like flag. You know, you have to pull them off, and then the play is dead. But you're
Wait,
in full
what?
pass.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it's
like-
very weird, bro.
What's it called?
And tackle bar football.
I've never heard of that in my life
Yeah,
or seen that in my life.
Neither have I until 2 months ago. But
What?
yeah,
How do you?
man. I get it's for safety purposes, you know.
I
the
get
parents
that,
out there,
but it's
yeah.
like when you get to high school and you playing real tackle football.
Exactly. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have a video of it?
I'm just trying to pull up a picture. I've got one. It's like it looks like a V.
Let me see.
It looks like them bars at the gym. You know, like when you doing back, like right here. You go right here. That's what it looks like a V bar.
You have to pull that
Bro,
off.
In the toxic thing about it is it teaches the kids to reach instead of actually trying to.
That's what I'm saying.
Take
Like
your
when
face
you
on them.
contact.
Yeah.
when you go into high school and they're playing against people who in middle school have already played, or like people who were like y'all and played growing up before or even going to middle school, high school, it's like I feel like that's more dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know how long because I just got to this year. I haven't really asked how long they've been doing this, but our high school team they kind of struggle a little bit, you know. So I guess it's kind of probably
Yeah,
a
'cause
result
it's like-
of this, you know.
It has to be. I feel like.
That's wild. I've never heard
Just
of that
because
or
one,
seen it in
fear
my
of
life.
contact, and 2, just like on defense, like they're just gonna be like they're just not taught properly. And I feel like
They'll
honestly,
be looking like Texas.
I feel like
Yeah.
that. I feel like that's like worse because. Like if they go to high school,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
they're
it's more dangerous.
They're not gonna like have any proper real techniques. So then like when they get to high school, like I feel like the chances of getting hurt is like even more higher than if they were learning how to tackle properly, growing all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So what happens if you actually do tackle somebody? Is it a flag?
It's a flag.
Oh,
That's
my
foolish.
It's a flag.
I'm
But you know, the
about to check a
refs
game out or
are
something.
pretty lenient though, you know, because they understand that, you know, we are fully suited up, so we can't like we just so may happen to fall to the ground if one of the kids tackle, like if they in the process of wrapping up. So the refs are pretty lenient.
So, like, y'all don't
Which
have
we
any-
do have. What were you about to ask?
Y'all don't have like any tackling drills that y'all do or anything?
We do. We actually have 2. We've had one full tackle game. We've had one full tackle game, but we only do that with the 7th and 8th graders. We don't do that with because it's a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade team. All the
Okay.
teams are combined. And
Oh wow.
yeah, so our full tackle games are only for the 7th and 8th graders, and that's how that is. And we have like 2 or 3 full tackle games in the season.
I feel like y'all should just split it up in like the 8th grade. I guess that's when they start tackling or something. I don't know.
That's what I would do too, bro. But I don't call
That's
shots.
crazy.
Yeah, that's actually foolish.
Wow.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Well, since you've been like training athletes and stuff, who do you primarily specialize in? Is it middle school or is it high school or is it going into college?
I
or
wouldn't
in
say I
college?
specialize in a specific age group. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm open to coaching, training all age groups. It
Okay.
doesn't matter. Just, but as far as like what area I specialize in,
Yeah.
I specialize in defensive backs, which is what I played in college, safety.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also train receivers, running backs, all of that. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you like evaluate and train athletes? Like what do you? I guess what would separate you from someone else?
What separates me from someone else? Just
Question.
my. That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's a good
That's a
question.
very good question. Just my experience, and just who I've been coached by. I was coached by literally, I would say two of the greatest college defensive back coaches in the nation. I would say that.
In D2 or in D1? Like
Man, I'm
all
gonna
of
say
it?
overall.
Period. Yeah, I feel
Period.
you on that.
Coach Freddie Banks and Coach Gary McGraw, both of them, man, they literally.
McGraw
paved the way
he was from Oregon, right? Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
him when I went to camp
Yeah.
up there. Yeah.
Man, so just, getting the game from them, and then just me already just being, just knowing defensive back to the bone, just that I think that's what separates me, honestly.
Going back to what you said earlier, I feel like you having like that physical therapist in your facility also is going to separate you too, because not everybody has that, or maybe thought of that, or can afford that either.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And nutritionist too.
Yeah, all of that, man. It's just being multidimensional, not just only being able to train athletes. Okay, now you're good to go. If you're having some injuries at the moment, I'll have somebody who can check you out. All of that stuff. It's just being able to have a collective brand, business.
Do you turn people down or no? Like you accept everybody?
As far as training goes, I can be selective. Like, let's say it's someone who wants skill training in lacrosse. I'll let them know, hey, I'm not that familiar with lacrosse. It's not really a sport that I'm that knowledgeable of. So I don't recommend it.
Would you like eventually?
Eventually, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely open. Like, I can train baseball players. I can train basketball players if they need training. Football, of course, track, all of that, because I do speed training as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Do you go to a lot of seminars for that?
A lot of seminars? No, I haven't been to any seminars, man. It's just all just
off the dome.
Off the dome, man.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Probably should. I mean, I plan on it in the future.
Yeah, because I know like people who I guess like, well, even then for example, like college coaches, they go to like Nick Saban will come here, then people will go to like his seminar.
They have the big coaching convention in Nashville every year that all the coaches go to.
Yeah,
and it's nice because it's like what we do is when we went to Arizona, like they're kind of doing the same thing as us, so it's. They get ideas from us, and then we get ideas from them, and everybody bounces ideas off each other.
Yeah,
and it's like that's something that you could do over there. Is like, oh damn, he's doing this. I can implement that too.
Yeah, definitely,
stuff like that, and then connections as well.
Yeah, definitely. So I only been doing it for a year, so I'm still trying to really like grow, and trying to find like this podcast, man, just doing new things that can help expand.
Yeah, absolutely.
The growth of my training, just me individually, and ultimately my brand,
Do you like mentor your athletes more than more than just a training? So like if they come to you with any kind of like life advice or things like that?
All of that, man. All of that. If they need like some emotional support, if they need some mental health support, all of that stuff, man. Because I've been in their position before, just being a high school football player already, trying to make that transition from high school to college. Let's say you're a senior coming out, and if you're like a freshman in college, dealing with stuff like I've been there before, and if I haven't specifically experienced that, I'll still be able to provide some type of assistance, and help you out and give you my take on what's going on with you.
Nice. What do you do for like baseball players?
Baseball players. I haven't trained any baseball players, but considering I have a background in baseball, I can help you with your mechanics, help you with your motions or whatever, whether it's hitting, throwing, all of that stuff.
You train like all just football right now, or do you have basketball there too?
All football right now. I've trained a couple. This past summer I was actually training some soccer players at I did like a duo camp with it's called First. I forget the name of the soccer facility, but it's right next to Sweat Athletics. Anyway, we kind of did like a duo camp where I did the strength conditioning aspect of the camp, and then they did the skill training over there. So I've worked with soccer players as well, soccer, football, track athletes. Yeah,
that's dope.
Just getting into like nutrition and stuff, like there's so many different takes on it, and just for each athlete and each sport needs different nutrients and things like that. So I guess like, has anybody, because I know you said you train like people that just want to like lose weight and stuff like that, or even people that might want to get bigger and gain weight. So like, is all your nutrition plans like kind of specialized for each person individually, or do you have like a set guideline of stuff you go off of and then kind of go for?
Well, I don't do nutrition plans personally.
Gotcha.
I mean, I can give them just like, hey, just some tips on, hey, you should just eat this, eat that. Yeah. But as far as like actual nutrition plan and stuff like that, I don't do that. But I know some people who actually where their expertise in that, and that's where I'll tell some of my clients, hey, if you need some tips on meal plans or whatever, which you should eat, you should go to them. But I just kind of just help them with the training side of things, just, hey, these are the exercises that you should do. These are the style workouts you should be that you should be doing whenever they're not with me, of course. But, yeah.
How many people do you think actually follow through with that? I didn't when
follow through with it outside of training with me. I have some pretty, all of my clients are pretty dedicated.
That's good.
Just my. I don't even want to put it all on me because it's inside of them as well. But just my drive itself, just kind of motivating them through workouts and just throughout the whole process. It kind of just fuels them and just gives them that extra go that they already have. So they work out on their own as well. Yeah.
Do you have high school athletes that you train right now or no?
Yeah, I train some high school athletes. I trained a kid out at Vandergrift right now. I trained a couple Henderson football players. I trained a couple Wise players. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just players all around Austin.
Are they any good, Wise? Because they just came up.
Wise is good this year. Yeah, they're good this year. They're I think they're the best team in their district this year.
Right? Yeah, they blew out Henderson.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Henderson's not that good this year.
No.
Pflugerville's decent this year,
they actually played Manor on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I trained a quarterback that plays for Manor as well. He's the real deal.
Yeah? Is he good?
Yeah, he's very good.
How old is he?
He's a sophomore.
You start on varsity?
Yeah, he started.
Nice. Damn. Yeah. I wonder how that feels, like young and just like starting on varsity.
Especially at QB.
I didn't start on varsity as a sophomore. Shoes. I was pretty much just.
I guess you can. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of similar to you because you did like as a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
So I was like, how was that like for you?
Man, it's a
different level, but the same.
In college, it really didn't.
It doesn't.
It didn't really hit me like that. I wasn't just kind of like starstruck, like, oh crap, flashing lights, I'm starting now. I was already kind of mentally prepared for it. So,
just another day.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how it is for them because they are younger, so their mindset is going to be a little bit different. Like where you're older, you're more mature. You already been through 4 years before that. You already played last season, and like Cam Hill is probably playing freshman ball, and then next season, you're going up to varsity.
Well, and it's high school too.
Yeah, so it's high school. Your body. What are you, 15, 16 years old in high school? You're playing up against 17, 18-year-olds. Your body. It's a huge developmental difference in high school being a sophomore and being a sophomore in college playing,
Yeah. And it's just like your popularity too. Like when you're in high school, like you're that guy. Everyone knows you. Everyone goes to the games. Mm-hmm. At least when you're in college, like it's just college. Like there's some people that go to the games. There's people who just literally go to college. So it's like it's just different. And college is just literally business too.
Mm-hmm. Business.
If you were training somebody, just say him for instance, and he grew the guy at Manor.
Okay.
And he grew to be, let's just say the number one dual threat quarterback for whatever class he's in. All that popularity like that comes with it. How would you like help him like mentor with that? Because I feel like a lot of people don't get that much mentor help with that. Like, because we talk about Johnny Manziel all the time. I don't blame him for like the way he acted because he was so damn young, won the Heisman, hanging out with the Drake
at 19.
Like at 19 years old, and like everybody knows you.
Just stay humble, man. Really, just stay humble and realize that there's always a level above where you're playing at. You're only in high school. Like you still have to go play college ball where you're going to be playing around guys who were of the same status as you.
Everyone was good
in college. Exactly.
At their high school.
Yeah. So just stay humble, man, because it's always somebody out there that's just as talented as you, unless you Deion Sanders or Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Because that's how I feel about like Spencer. Because it's like watching QB1 and just seeing how he was in high school, and it's like how he's not the best teammate now, so to say. And it's like how you said, there's always somebody just as good as you. So like, stay humble. And I just watching him, I just feel like he's not like a humble person because he's always been like growing up. He's just always been that.
He's
guy.
always been that guy. So it's like, for example, them getting Caleb, another dude that's just as good or better. It's like it's another person out there.
You're talking about OU quarterback, right?
Yeah, it's another person out there. It's just literally just as good or better than you, and he's younger. So it's like it's always going to be like that level too.
And prior to the OU Texas game, I really didn't watch that much OU ball this season. I had been following, seeing the highlights and just the like the recaps of the games, but I didn't know that he was so cocky like that. I had no clue about
do you watch
that.
QB1?
Huh?
Do you watch QB1?
No, I haven't
You
watched
should watch
that.
them.
It's pretty good.
because they have it goes all the way back to the first season, which was like Tate Martell.
Talk about someone who's cocky.
Yeah. That's talking about someone that was a bust for real. Tate Martell, like Jake Fromm, all of them, and then next season I think it's like Justin Fields and Sam Hartman, who's at like Wake Forest.
Who was it? It was Justin Fields. I mean, not Justin. It was Jake Fromm. It was the third one.
It was Justin Fields, Jake Fromm, and someone else. No, not Justin Fields. Justin Fields the second.
No, it was Jake Fromm and.
It was people.
It's always cool because
it was people that didn't really play in college though, because there's a dude that was at St. John Bosco who went to Iowa State and
that's who it was.
I never even heard of him.
Yeah, because he was DJ.
Mm-hmm.
You know DJ.
DJ
Tyler,
Clemson's quarterback Ugam.
Yeah, whatever his name is. He was the backup for the guy at St. John Bosco. He went to Iowa State, and I haven't seen him played.
Really?
And then
what is QB1 on?
It's on Netflix. There's 3
Netflix?
seasons. They haven't made a season since Spencer's last season. They were supposed to make season 4 and
ruined it.
And have Hudson on there from Lake Travis when he was in high school, but like something happened with like Lake Travis and them, and they didn't end up going through with it, and they haven't made a season since. But I really like the show because I don't know.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's good though.
Justin Fields on it, Jake Fromm's on it, Spencer's on it, Tate Martell's on
travels,
it.
Like it just follows him around with a camera, like reality TV when they're in high school.
But it's like, why is he so cocky? Like, I understand what were they, 5-0 coming into the UT game, but
he was good last year.
He really wasn't performing that well throughout the season from what I was.
So like last year, he had a good he started off like okay, and then he played against Texas and he got benched in that game, and he came back because Tanner Mordecai was behind him. It wasn't the same caliber athlete as Caleb, and he ends up playing good against Texas, gets the win, and then his trajectory of his season went up because he played well the rest of the year, and they ended up blowing out Florida and stuff. So it's like everyone's like he's overhyped. So I'm like, not really, because like his trajectory from last year is like where it should be. But personally, I'm an OU fan, and I've never seen a fall off of like a top caliber athlete. Like you're supposed to be number one.
Coming into this season, he was the number 1 prospect on the board. Like supposed to be the first player to go, best quarterback in the draft class.
Like now, I don't even know if he's going to start this week against TCU.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even. That's what I told him. I was like,
I think he is, but
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's just
everybody been talking about he's out the door.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen.
Everybody been saying
he didn't practice on Monday.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Lincoln gave him the day off, but
no, his dad said he was feeling ill.
No, Lincoln. I just watched the press conference.
Oh no, that's what I read was it was from an actual ESPN report. It's like his dad said he was feeling ill, so he didn't practice on Monday. But speaking of that, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to the sponsors.
If you guys haven't heard of Anchor, it is the best way to distribute and get your podcasts out to your audience. Anchor is a distributing website that is partnered with Spotify, Apple, Google Play, iHeartRadio podcasts, and much more. Anchor is definitely an ad-free podcast that will help you get money and revenue for your podcast. It's as easy as uploading your audio to the website and then pressing upload. Once you do that, Anchor will distribute your audio to all these major companies. Once again, it is free, and their main sources are Spotify. Thank you.
Do you still train yourself, or do you train with them?
Yeah.
Like when you're doing it, do you do it with them or not?
Yeah, I go to the field all the time and train myself, bro. That's how I just learned a lot of new drills, a lot of new stuff, But as far as just my body wise, I don't even lift weights anymore. I stopped like I was telling him.
Yeah,
earlier,
when we were walking
I stopped
outside.
lifting weights 8 months ago, just because I just wanted to. I've been lifting weight. I lifted weights during my whole college career. My body endures so much, so I just wanted to kind of just lay off the weights, and now I just do a lot of calisthenic workouts, and I just run a lot, do a lot of cardio, and that's just pretty much my form of working.
Do you plan on lifting weights again, or you're just taking a break?
I probably will get back on it eventually. I've been telling myself a while now that I wasn't I was I'm done lifting weights for forever. I'm done just because, bro. At one point I was squatting 450, and it was
That's a lot.
I would tell people all the time, once you get in those 4 plates, especially if you're not a big person, it's really nothing. There's no point of going up for more.
What do I need to ever do a power clean for?
Yeah.
I won't.
I'll never do that never.
Yeah, or
deadlift. I don't even like deadlifting. Deadlifting is a good workout for building strength, but I just don't even want to even think about doing that.
Yeah, I've been through all of that. And at Hendrickson, we had basically a strength and conditioning, a college a college level strength and conditioning program.
Y'all did.
Yeah, so
Y'all were
that's
strong.
why we
I
were
hated
so
playing
big, bro.
y'all.
That's why we were so strong.
Yeah.
And it's just like I've been lifting weights since I was 14.
That's why that boy Cruz was strong.
Huh? Yeah.
He always telling me how he was blocking Miles Garrett when y'all played him in the playoffs.
Miles Garrett?
Yeah.
When? Cruz who? Which Cruz?
Martinez. Anthony. Lyman.
2016?
Yeah.
Miles Garrett. Oh, that must have been after I was gone.
Probably. It might have been
It must
his.
have been when I
Yeah.
was gone. Yeah, because I don't remember playing Miles Garrett.
Yeah. Because that was number 56 or something like that. He was on the line, left tackle or something like that.
I don't really remember him too much from playing wise when I was there.
He lives with Isaiah Towns.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with them. I don't really talk to them that much, you know.
Yeah, they're a little younger than us.
Are they?
They're a year at least. Isaiah.
Yeah, they're class of 2016.
Because Dominic, DeStefano, they're
You
all
15?
Yeah, I'm 15.
Yeah, we're all
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
I guess my last question is, how do you think your entrepreneur mindset will help yourself and just like the community that you're in?
Community, man. Community is everything to me, man. It's really bigger than me.
Yeah.
As long as I can just continue to just be myself and be myself through my work,
Yeah.
I feel like there's no limits for me.
Okay.
You know? So just as long as I'm just being myself and continue to inspire athletes and just continue to grow,
Yeah.
there's no limits. So I just want to have, the ultimate goal is to, expand, become a franchise with my business. But, I want to grow in Austin, have facilities out in Austin, and then eventually, all around the nation, So that's the grand scheme goal of everything.
I meant to ask you earlier, what do you say you had when you have your facility and you're recruiting people to come work for you, what do you look for?
Look for character and just, of course, background, what's on your resume, but just character, man. How driven are you? How ambitious are you? And are you willing to sacrifice everything in order to improve the quality of your clients and people who you work with? You know what I mean? So that's what I look for, just character, man. Character is everything to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's dope. Biggest inspirations.
Biggest
Good question.
inspirations, Nipsey Hussle for sure.
Nipsey.
Rep Nip.
Nipsey, Larry Jr. Good.
Hey, I'm actually trying to go see him in December. I need people to go with.
It's just, man, just because they just have that, that keep going mindset, bro.
Yeah.
Marathon team, as far as sports figures, man, I've always Tyrann Mathieu, my favorite safety in the league.
Dog.
Literally, it's just his heart, his drive, all of that, man. It fuels me. Every time I watch him in college, bro, before games, I would watch his highlights, and that would just turn
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those three for sure.
You have any questions for us?
Nah, man, I don't got any, man. I just want to tell y'all again, y'all's podcast is great, man.
Appreciate that.
Like y'all are providing a platform for young entrepreneurs, people who are just trying to make an impact on not only just the community, bro, but just the world in general.
Mm-hmm.
So salute to y'all, man. Good job.
Appreciate
Keep it
you.
up, for sure.
Appreciate that.
And I'm gonna hook y'all up.
It won't be the
Appreciate
last time
you.
too. We'll
Yeah,
definitely whenever you
we'll-
open up
we'll-
your spot and stuff, we'll stop by and do some stuff.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Talk some more football. At that point, Spencer will probably not be playing football anymore.
Damn, do you hear this?
I feel
The UT slander crazy, bro.
Cam pretty confident in him.
That's his boy. Cam ride or die.
I just want more OU QBs in the league. We about to take it over at one point, so we already got 3 starters.
I'm telling you right now,
What
Spencer
made
won't
you-
start.
What made you an OU fan?
My dad's from there, and I just grew up watching him.
Okay.
So it's like I was born watching
Born
him.
weak.
Yeah.
No,
Got you.
I don't know, bro. You look from
We're weaker,
If you
but
look from
they're just weak.
2000, if you look from the time we were all born till now,
That's what I said, we're weaker,
We
y'all just
dominate
weak.
y'all.
Y'all, that's a fact, bro. I was looking up the record between OU
Yeah.
and Texas a couple of days ago, and it said
This is their fourth straight win.
This is after World War II, y'all
Bro,
have just,
yeah, because everyone's like, "Oh, we have more wins." I'm like, "Bro,
We sent
that
all-
does not count."
We sent all the people to the war, and they kept the weak ones
I'm
behind.
like, bro,
with
that
y'all.
doesn't even count. Bro, when people talk about like all time records, I'm like, if it's not from 1990 to now, I'm not even looking at it.
yeah, no, facts.
So
I feel like
that's how I am with
80
sports.
should be
80,
like,
yeah, okay,
80. 80s to now. Yeah,
80s
yeah.
to now. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I am, especially
Yeah.
with basketball. When people be trying to tell me,
What's your basketball team?
Spurs. I've always been a
Yes,
Spurs
sir.
fan. Yeah, Spurs. You know, the Spurs.
This man, like everybody, of course.
I like OKC.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Canada's more than just an OU
But
fan.
you know something, bro? Just the older I've gotten, like I was telling you with the Eagles, like I'm really not that. I'm not the diehard fan type anymore.
You just appreciate good.
I appreciate good sports, bro. Great players, like, and I just love.
After we lost, that's why I was like, I'm
That's
not
what
a
he
Tex fan
said. He said
anymore.
he's a fan of college football.
Yeah, I'm a college football fan now.
That's how I
That
been
shit
for the
pissed me
past
off that
decade
much.
in UT, bro.
That pissed me off that much. Yeah. Do you have a baseball team?
Baseball, Yankees.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. You a
Sorry.
Red Sox fan?
No, I'm not a Red Sox
Oh,
fan.
well,
I'm a
Rangers.
Ranger. I'm a Ranger fan, but I'm also a Dodger fan. Growing up, Kershaw was my idol. So I mean, as long as he's on the team, I'm gonna be cheering for the Dodgers.
See, Derek
And
Jeter was my idol.
Yeah.
growing up, man.
Once Kershaw's off the team, which I think this will be his last contract with him.
Deuces.
Yeah. And wherever he goes. So same with I guess like I'm a Mets fan because I like Marcus Stroman a lot.
Yeah.
Marcus Stroman, that's like what was one of my inspirations in high school was Marcus Stroman.
Really? That's dope, bro.
Do you know who that is?
Marcus Stroman. Who does he play?
He played for the Blue Jays. Now he plays for the Mets.
the Mets. Nah,
You'll like him. Yeah, I put him on. He's dope. He's dope.
I like Sherman.
Yeah, swaggy. He comes to the game. He comes in the game with some competitiveness for sure. He gets hype when he strikes
Does
him.
he play?
Pitcher.
Pitcher. Oh, it's pitcher.
Yeah, he's like my height.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna check him out, bro.
But that'll do it for this episode of Opinionated. Y'all know the deal. We'll have all his links in the description. We'll put the places where you go work out at, contact info, and
Yeah,
all
make
that
sure y'all
good
stay
stuff.
tuned for his merch dropping here soon. Make sure y'all cop some. It's getting a little cold, so you know.
Yeah,
Sir.
Facility coming fall
I'm ready for that
2022, man.
brisk weather, baby.
2022.
You like cold weather?
The atmosphere around it, not the weather, but like the winter time. I just love the winter time. Just the vibes.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? I've been thinking a lot lately. Y'all know this. I've been saying it. I was watching a football game. And like when you like watch a football game, you can like feel the weather and like feel how it was when like at least for me it sounded like you could feel how it felt when you were playing.
I got a
I
question
think
for
about
you.
that.
What's worse, cold baseball weather or cold football weather? That's
Cold
easy for me.
cold baseball weather.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah, because you're not even moving.
In the
Bruh.
outfield?
Yeah.
Hey, if you catch that ball on the pump,
Hell no. Bro, I didn't even play
it
baseball.
was
and I
it
knew
was
that.
it was different for me because like cold football weather is like gets you more hyped. And
Yeah,
more
you say
ready
that
to go.
now until you go play
sure.
until you go
Okay.
play in South
It
Dakota and
still
shit.
hurt when you
Oh, it still hurt. Yeah. Okay. I'd rather, like I said, play football in the cold weather and catching the ball in the palm or hitting the ball off the end of the bat.
Yeah, I agree.
That's-
that too. Yes.
Yes.
Man,
that
getting
stings.
jammed.
Woo. See, Cam don't know about that.
Shit. Came out there swear you played baseball.
Nah, if I did, I'd have been a little dog.
What do you think?
But
He's never played baseball in his life. Do you think he'll be able to step into the batting cage and hit a 70-mile-per-hour fastball?
Come on, dog. No.
Thank you.
I said 60, yeah.
I said no.
If it's down the middle.
I said no.
40.
Sheesh, we don't have to do that still. We still got to do
I
that.
told him
You're
no.
going to be so mad when I just pull
He'll
shit.
argue with me all the time. And I'm like, no.
He's
Like
going to be
it's
sick.
I'm
Cause-
telling you, bro. Like I was telling you, baseball is a very detailed sport for him. Keeping your eye on the ball, driving the hands to it.
It's hard.
It's
Like,
hard.
because the thing, yes, it's a Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole throws, 95, 96 mile per hour fastball? I think he goes into to the hundreds. But that ball ain't flat. Like, it's not just coming straight down the middle or just straight at you. It's moving while he's throwing it 96. It's moving.
Right.
And people don't realize that. And that's what makes baseball so hard is because it's every pitch they throw is it's not flat. It's moving. It was curveball, changeup, slider, all of it.
Tough, bro.
And that's why it's so hard to hit. And it's so close. And they're throwing 95 plus. I told somebody, I was like, dude, I probably would not be able to catch a pop fly right now.
I think I can get out there and catch some pop.
I don't think I
flies.
could.
Definitely can. Once I start back training baseball players and stuff like that,
I'll misjudge the ball because even in the air the ball is just because
the ball is still moving. In the air.
Because it's when we're playing, it's the ball's hit, you know exactly where to go. Me, I'll be like, damn, where's this going?
Yeah.
I've been out the game so long. I had just outfield wise, but because I was a pitcher, I ended up tearing my labrum. going into college.
That's actually what ended. That put the icing on the cake for my baseball career.
Yeah.
Was that I was already burnt out and ready to stop.
It's not fun.
I tore
It
my
hurts.
labrum and
Did you have surgery?
My physical therapist, she told me, she was like, you probably won't ever be able to throw like that.
My doctor told me that the most I'll ever get back to if I do is 80%.
80, yeah. So I was just like, of course I didn't like it because that I got the injury going into my freshman year of college. It was so no, I didn't get it going into my freshman year of college. I got it my junior year in the spring. Then I didn't end up getting surgery on it till my senior year in the spring. I played my whole senior season football with it. So I got surgery that spring of my senior year, and I ended up getting cleared like 2 weeks before fall camp at MSU, and I was good to go. Crazy.
Damn. Yeah. So that's what ended my career, and that was the summer right before college. I was gonna go to junior college up in the Panhandle, Clarendon. I think it's right kind of close to y'all. It's up.
Clarendon?
Yeah. It's I can't remember what city it was in. I think the city is called Clarendon. It's right by. It's like in the middle of like Amarillo. Like I think Amarillo's like to the east of it. It's like 45 minutes from there. But I was supposed to go there and then ended up tearing my shoulder. But I've been out the game since summer of 2015.
Summer 2015. That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I wouldn't be able to hit. Like I told him, I was like, dude,
you haven't went on the field.
I'll go on the field. I wouldn't like throw or like anything crazy like that. But
like that.
I mean, I play like co-ed softball. That was probably like in 2017.
Yeah.
But like actual baseball, because the ball is way bigger. So and the co-ed softball is easier.
Right.
But like baseball, I told him like, dude, I probably couldn't even go in the cage and hit a 60-mile-per-hour fastball right now.
I think I could. I really think I could.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's just it's so hard.
70.
70, no,
like
I'm.
I was saying, like I told you, you definitely can't hit no 70. Hey, 70, they got some velocity on it.
Because it's like when you've been in the game, it's not that fast for you. But like when you haven't been in the game, that's it goes.
Facts.
Anyway, sorry about that little ramble. Like I said, we'll have all his information down below. Y'all go check him out. Y'all go follow him. Go train with them. I need to get in there with them, lose some LBs. You know what I'm saying? Me and Albert need to go in there, get a little swole on. You got anything?
Nah, that's it. Just appreciate you.
Specialist in the city, man.
Yes, sir. He's better than Cam. You heard it here first.
Hey, you already know.
You got anything before?
Nah, man. Again, thank you guys. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming through.
Absolutely.
Like he said, it won't be the last time.
Nah.
That'll do it for your boys over here at Opinionated. Peace.
Peace.